Tape www.suividecolosénégal.com. À École au Sénégal, c'est facile, tu n'as qu'à te connecter. Tape École au Sénégal, les leçons sont beaucoup plus détaillées.
So the weather, the weather outside, it's sunny. That's the weather. It's sunny because they're trying to describe what it is outside. So the weather, it's sunny. Oh, it's rainy. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, it's windy. It's dusty. It's cloudy. Oftentimes, when autumn comes or when the spring with a lot of rain, sometimes it could even be cloudy outside because it's rainy. That's the weather like. But if I say, what is the climate? The climate, the atmosphere and the air, when you're out there, the climate, it's the atmosphere and the air. What is it that you see out there? How do you feel out there? Because climate is about climate. Climate is about the air and the atmosphere. And the atmosphere. Is the amount of air and atmosphere in a particular place and time. So when you go out there in a particular place and time, the climate, how is it? How are you feeling out there? Oh, it's cold, it's hot, it's freezing, it's windy, So those are the different feelings about climate. But the weather talks about the particular climate season, the particular behavior of it. So I'd say, what's the weather like? You go out, you look at it, you say, oh, it's raining outside. You look at it and say, oh, it's raining outside. It's cloudy outside. It's snowing outside. It's sunny, in California. It's dusty in Senegal. It's windy in Cameroon. You just have to know the difference between the seasons, the weather, and the climate. So I hope that this helps, and I hope that you get to understand it and the different features and the different periods that they go. One thing about seasons are, I know that you're going to say, well, the 4 seasons are not experienced everywhere, which is true. The 4 seasons are definitely not experienced everywhere, but the majority we talk about seasons, we talk about this. But in Africa, we have 2 seasons. We have 2 seasons. We have the rainy season and we have the sunny season because it rains for a semester. A semester is 6 months. Normally it's supposed to be, that's what they say. So, but we have 2 seasons. We have the rainy season and then we have the summer, the sunny season, But in other countries, other continents like Europe or America, South America or North America, they do experience these 4 seasons. So I can understand if some people that they have kind of like weakness like autumn or winter. It's totally different. They're probably like extremes of some of these, especially the winter, because when it's winter and snow falls, the streets become sleet. There's sleet. The slippery. Slippery means you can easily slide off and fall. It's not solid. When you have snow, it could be lots of sleets. It could be slippery, and oftentimes, sometimes you can have even hail. You can have hail fall. Hail are little white stony things that fall and you can actually destroy, especially cars and the screens. And so with the winter, you can experience that. With the windy, of course, it carries a lot of wind, it carries a lot of leaves, it carries sometimes a lot of dust. And then with the summer, it could be excessive heat. You become extremely hot and you could become easily dehydrated. And so you're advised during the summer to consume a lot of water. Stay cool because you become very, very dehydrated and very, very irritable. And then of course during the springtime, something hot, we have a lot of rain. And the only thing about spring is one of the main reasons that it can cause what we just saw, it can cause floods. you can have a lot of floods, because if you have a lot of rainfall and it submerges the land, or it covers up the sea or the river or the oceans and blows into the land, and then that becomes a problem. That's why sometimes you see we have like tsunamis and floods because of heavy rains. So we gotta be careful with the differences, because floods will usually come in during the springtime. Droughts usually come in during the summer, when it becomes excessively, extremely hot, and that it dries up the water and we don't have like the tanks or the reservoirs or the wells. It becomes a problem, you know? So we should be careful about it, you know? And so, and then with winter, sometimes it's hard, because if you have road that is slippery and has sleets, you have a hard time probably getting to work because you can't drive. And, you know, there's a way you dress up here, warm and also. I mean, every season has its positives and negatives, but it is good for you to know these seasons, their climates, their weather. I hope that it helped. I hope that my drawings were not that bad. Ability. What it is, ability. Ability or inability. What are they? What does that mean, to be able to or to be unable to? Ability, it means you can do something. You know, you have the strength, you have the stamina, you have the possibility of being able to do something. So that is what it means to be ability. And what are the words or expressions that you can actually use for ability or inability? And we've had models. I told you all about the models that we use: can, could, would, will, shall, should, and so with ability or inability, the models that we can use are can, could, able to, plus the verb in infinitive, you know, of the verb. That's how you can switch ability, because ability is being able to, actually, able to. For example, I can swim, for example, e.g. I can swim. It means I have the ability. I'm equipped, I'm knowledgeable, I can do it. I can swim. You see the verb swim is an infinitive. I can swim. I'm able to swim. Can. That's when you talk about replacing ability and inability. I'm able to. Inability is a negative, it becomes a negative form. I cannot swim. I cannot swim. That's inability. It means I'm not able to swim. I cannot swim. But when do we use could? When do we use could? Could, you can use could when you're talking about a past action, a past ability. That's when you can use could. You don't use could when you talk about abilities. You cannot, in the present situation, you cannot say, I could swim, which is a present situation. But if it's something that is in the past, an ability that you had done, an event that had just passed, an act that had passed, and you want to talk about it, then you use could. Could is a past ability. Oh, for example, of could, I could drive. I could drive a truck. Could. It's a past event. You know, it's a past event, and that you're talking about it and you're trying to use it. You know, you use it in the past tense. Could. Oh, I could have been a teacher. Could. It's a past event that you use could. What about capacity and incapacity? What's the difference between capacity and ability? Ability means you're able to. Capacity is different. With capacity, what it is with capacity is that you have the ability, you have the skill, you have the competence, you have the intelligence with capacity. And you know, and then with capacity, what you can replace capacity is simple. It means that you're able to. With capacity, you say, oh, you can use able to. able to. Capacity, you use able to. You use able to. For example, able to, or you can use capable of, or capable of. Capable of. Able to. I'm able to teach the boy. I'm able, I'm able to teach because I have the qualifications. I'm able to teach the person because I have the qualifications. I'm capable of doing that function. I'm capable of writing that grant. And so capability. But what about incapacity? What if you're not skilled, you're not trained, you're not experienced, you have no knowledge of it? What do you say? Oh, I'm not able to. Not able to. Not able to. Not capable of. It's not capable to. It's not capable of or capable of. I'm capable of doing that work. I'm capable of finishing that project. I'm able to teach. I'm able to watch, it means you have the qualifications. That's you have the qualifications. Your experience and something that is more about a capacity or incapacity. That you should know which terms can replace it. Your capacity, able to, or capable of doing it. Know the sentences, use them, you have to be able to know the differences. You have to be able to use them about ability and inability, capacity and incapacity. Ability, you can use can, you can use could. I told you could is a past capacity, and then can or cannot. Cannot means inability, and it's in a negative form, and these are modals. This could, can, and then you have the capacity means you're able to or you're capable of. You're not capable to, but you're capable of doing something because you're either skilled, trained, formed, professional, you're knowledgeable about it, or you're able to do something either because you have the sense of it, the capacity of it, the stamina of it, the time of it, so you're able to. Oh, I'm able to go to church by myself because you're grown, and so I'm able to do my own hair because I learned it. And so able is much more about being mentally trained. I hope that this helps. Go get some of the examples and learn them. Thank you.
Assuré